So we got another good one to go over here, and I was feeling it super bluffy in this one, man. I was really throwing some bluffs, and the thing is, as you move up in stakes, you kind of have to deviate from using like just GTO or an ABC style approach. You have to open up your game, right? I say this all the time because you want to stay unpredictable, and you want to keep your opponents on their toes. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to make yourself look predictable. That is honestly one of the missing ingredients. I feel like a lot of people, especially as you are moving up in these games. All right, with that said though, we got an ace queen situation. We got some other good situations in this, and what I want you guys to do is grab a coffee, maybe a bottle of water, maybe some Gatorade, sit back and kind of enjoy what we're going to go over here. Also, I'm going to say this one time. We have an awesome community you can get in that's going to be in the pinned comment. You can talk with me, other high level members, a lot of good stuff in there. And if you're not in it yet, don't know why you're not. Also, you can tap the like on this and, let's do it. All right. And, for the most part here too, I'll tell you what, there were some spots where I was just doing like a little tight aggressive, but, then I just got super bluffy in this, like for sure. But, ended up working out for us. All right, so folding that one. Then we got a king queen suited, looking pretty nice here. We got the diamonds. Okay, gonna open it up here to the 1250 piece. Pretty standard open. Unfortunately, nobody wanted to call. Another thing too, like when you're sitting at a table for like, I would say maybe like 20 minutes or so, you can really just kind of pick up on how people are playing. You know what I mean? So, if you notice everyone's being really tight, then you open up a little bit more. You should just kind of like adjust to the table. And I think a lot of people overthink this, but you're just trying to outplay the opponents at your table. That's what this all comes down to, and you're always going to be playing against different people, so you just need to adjust. All right, kings kind of early here, which is nice. We're going to be in the small blind here. Just looking for somebody to open before would be ideal here, so then we could kind of kick it up here. Not looking so good. We got this guy in the button. Come on now. Come on, player three. You want to open, and it's heartbreaking when that happens, right? All right, so now it's just the small blind, and the big blind. Gonna go heads up. Player five is going to defend. No raise. Hoping for the raise though, but he's just gonna call. All right, and pretty safe flop for kings. I mean, we're blocking hearts, which is good, so it's less likely this guy's on a heart draw. Just kind of hoping he's got a piece of this so we can kind of continue here. Then we're just gonna look for like a brick on the turn. Like maybe like a three of diamonds or a three of clubs or something like that. What I didn't expect here, but it's fine. He is actually going to raise us, I think. And I think, because I'm just trying to remember this. Okay, he does. And, the thing is, do I want to just call here? I didn't. I thought about it for a sec. I was like, you know what? If you got two pair, fine, whatever. But at the same time, we got kings. I don't know if this guy's bluffing me, and I also don't know. Let's say he's got a hand like ace 10 or something. Maybe he does make this call. I don't know. But I came over the top. It's the play I made. He folded it. And to be fair, I think my play was good because we're going to see the turn card. And that was not the turn card we wanted to see. So, I'll take it. All right. I don't know if he had an ace. Maybe he had like a pair. I don't know. But whatever. We took it down, and it is what it is. Okay. It was just unfortunate nobody was really in that hand with us with kings. But it happens. It definitely happens. All right. 4-6. Pick up sticks. We're just going to muck that. Offsuit. If it was suited, yeah, I'm going to open that on the button for sure. All day. All day. All right, player 5 kicking it up to the 15 piece, and he takes it down. Let's take a look at some of the players here. So player 2 is doing pretty good in this. Player 5 is doing pretty good, and then everybody else not really so good. And then you got us, who we're kind of just getting into the thick of things here. All right, folded that Jack 8. Once again, if it was suited, I would have opened there for sure. All right, A6 suited. You know we're going to open with this all day. Now, I say it all the time, any ace X suited, I'm always going to see a flop with. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. I prefer ace 5 suited. But, you know, it doesn't matter. Ace 4, ace 3, whatever. Ace 2. We're going to do our thing. All right, back over to player 1. Taking some time to think about this. I think everybody folded this, so nothing there. Nothing doing, y'all. Nothing doing, but it's all good. It's all good. All right, we had a Jack 10, and this was a good one. So we got a Jack 10 suited in the big. Good hand to have. All right, player 6 is going to kick it up to 10, the 10 piece, back over to player 1. Now, we could raise it if everyone just calls. I mean, we could definitely raise this up. It's definitely something we could do. Just kind of waiting to see, though. But I just kind of thought it through and I just made the call. And not a terrible flop. We got the spade draw. We got runner cards for 2 pairs, trips, or straights. Okay, so there are a lot of possibilities here. And I was actually okay with just taking a turn. 6 on the turn. Not really changing a whole lot for us. Feeling pretty good about what we got too, just based on how these guys have been playing this one. All right, player 1's going to go for it. And I got to keep him honest, so I am going to call here. River card was an ace, which I actually didn't like too much. However, player 1 is going to do something I didn't expect, and you're going to see me do something you might not expect. Now, we do have a 10, right? It looked like he was going for some thin value here. Maybe with a pair of queens. Maybe hit an ace. I don't know. But we are blocking some things. King 10 is one of those. So, like, because we have a 10. So that's basically what I'm going to be repping here. I went for a really big sizing, you know, the 174 piece from what he put out there. So basically I'm telling him I've got the nuts, right? And it worked. And if I didn't have a 10 in my hand, I would not have made that play. But that's the reason I made that play. So I just want to make that clear. And it worked, okay? All right, next one we got pocket 4s, and we're making our way. You guys are seeing some plays. We got some bluffs going, and things are starting to heat up a little bit. But don't go anywhere because we are still just getting into this. All right, pocket 4s. You know, these small pocket pairs, I just talked about this the other day. It's something you want to get in there without having to put a whole lot in, you know what I mean? Because, you know, you're just looking to get something. And of course, that 3 couldn't have been a 4, right? So, not sure where we're at here. I'm just hoping to get to the turn and maybe, you know, see a river. But Jack on the turn. Now we're kind of just in check fold mode. Not really going to continue here. Not really a reason to. Unless we wanted to bluff, but we're not blocking anything. And that's another thing too, like in this spot, let's say you had like king 10 or 10-8 or something, you know, you would be blocking those like straights, and the straight got there on the river. But you should think like that too, you know, when someone's kind of like, when you're in a hand and someone's trying to make a play on you and you think they might be bluffing, you should think about what you're blocking based on your cards and whatever the flop is. get in the habit of that. It definitely helps. All right. Player one's going to raise here. Got to imagine you're only raising with a 10. He took it down. All right, so pocket fours did not get it done for us. Queen four, easy fold here. All right, and on to the next one. All right, I think, yeah, I was in a pickle with this. We had an ace 10 suited. We still got an ace queen suited coming up and some other stuff. So hope you're still with me. But I mean, ace 10 suited, it's a monster, literally. And same with like ace jack suited, okay? I'm going to open it up to the 1250 piece. If somebody wants to raise this here, go ahead. I don't really care. It's not going to make a difference to me. We're still going to see a flop. And yeah, it's pretty much what player one's going to do here. Now, we're not going to re-raise. We'll just call. And, you know, we could definitely put player one on some things like ace king is possible. You got your mid pocket pairs, jacks, queens, kings. Less likely aces because we have ace 10, you know what I mean? So, but I'm not folding this. And of course, it's like a flop where we're not going to be able to get away from it. We have top pair, 2 5s out there. There are, you know, a couple runners for diamonds. You know, we do have the 2 diamonds here, you know, with the ace 10. I'm not really thinking about that. This guy's going to continue pretty quick with the 40 piece. I'm going to call him. Turn card is going to be another 5. So at this point, he could be doing 2 things. He could try to be bluffing us off this one with, you know, ace king, ace queen suited. If he continues here, though, I would be a little suspect that he has an overpair, but how do we really get away? You know what I mean? So he's going to continue. I am going to keep him honest. We're going to make the call. River card is going to be a king, which I didn't want to see. So pot got, you know, pretty big here. I'm just hoping to go to showdown, even though I'm not going to call another one here if he goes for it again. But he didn't. He checked it. He had pocket jacks, and I think we probably lost the min there. So I'm actually not upset with that. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things that happens. The more you play, the more those kind of things happen, and, you know, it is what it is. All right, ace jack. I got a little out of line here, but, you know, like I said, I was bluffing a little bit in this one. Fortunately, you know, my read here on player 5 was fine. And you know what? Like, instead of just calling here or folding, I'm actually just going to come over the top on this dude. I just wasn't a believer. Kind of like a gut decision. But, yeah, he's going to fold it pretty quick. So, yeah, I was my instincts were pretty spot on right there. And we took it down. So, all right, so now we're trying to build back up. We got an ace-king off, and we are going to build back up, okay? Even though we went down a little bit, we are going to build back up. All right, sadly, nothing there. And kind of, you know, kind of with the king situation too. We have ace king, pocket kings, not really getting anything. Little frustrating, but, you know, you don't let this stuff get to you. You kind of just play through it. That's just how you have to approach this, because it is what it is, right? All right, king 4, nothing. All right, here we go. This might be the all right, so here's the ace queen suited, and it's hearts. I do like when ace queen suited, hearts or spades all day. Those are the 2 I'll take. We're definitely going to be raising this one up too. I think I'm going to kick it up to like the 42 piece, maybe the 45 piece, something like that. Player 3 didn't have a whole lot left, so I was kind of thinking to myself, if either of these guys wants to come over the top, it's totally fine. I'm not going to fold this at all. So, but it's, to my surprise, player 6 is going to call this, and player 3 is going to call. So, you know, didn't expect it. I was actually hoping player 3 would just come over the top here, and then we could just, all of us go all in. I'd be fine with that. But here we go, ace queen suited, and we have a tricky decision to make here. There's a king out there, we have the queen, there's some draws out there with the diamonds. You got some ace 10, some jack 10 suited type hands. And because I almost felt like committed a little bit here, you know what I mean, because of how we open this. Um, I just was like, you know what, I'm just gonna stay aggressive here, and fortunately that worked. I was not feeling like really good about it, to be honest with you guys, but it's what I went for, and it worked out. So, ace queen suited, not the ideal flop. We had second pair, no draw, but it is what it is. But here we go, man. The king nine. This was a good one. All right, this is a good one for sure. So we had king nine suited. Gonna open it up here. We've got hearts again. All right, we had ace queen hearts. We got king nine hearts. Let's do it. Okay, let's do it. And I think we're gonna go up against player three in this one. Let's do this king nine. Not gonna be a bad flop at all. You know, we've got the flush draw. We got a jack. We got some things going here. Okay, so I'm gonna continue here. I'm not gonna make it like super big. I just want to kind of keep building here. See what he does. He's gonna call this pretty quick. Turn card was not what we wanted to see. You got the ace out there, but what do I do here? I continue. I'm still building because I know we could still get there with the heart. He's going to raise us, which I didn't like, but it doesn't really change that we're going to make this call. And guess what? We got there on the river. So now I'm really hoping player three goes forward here so we could basically just stack him. That's all I'm thinking about, you know. I mean, we're not losing to really much here. If he had the ace high, well, I'm not even going to say that. Like, we're just thinking about how are we going to get the rest of this guy's, chips. That's what we're thinking about here. All right, so he is going to go for it here. And I was like, thank you. Pretty big here. I think he was kind of committing himself, so all I could do here was, try to get the rest of it. So, and I'm hoping he's got, like a hand strong enough to just call this so we don't have to see him fold. Getting them all in here. He's got the clock run on this a little bit. But I'll tell you what, man, king nine getting there. We did have a lot of outs, though. I mean, if you look at this, we did have the flush and the jack. I mean, I can't do the amount of outs in my head, but it wasn't... I mean, we had ways to get there. Unfortunately, this guy folded it. I was very frustrated. I was like, dude, come on, man. Just give us the rest of it, right? Like, what's going on here? Just give us the rest of it. And we got a couple more hands to still go over here, so don't go anywhere. But just kind of reiterate, a lot of bluffs in this one. Finally had a situation work out there for us because it's been a little bit choppy, to be fair. But I kind of just played through the pain. And yeah, the other thing too, man, like I said, get in the community if you're watching this, man. I'll tell you what, it's worth your time for sure. And comment. All right. Here we go. 2-5. Oh man, we got that 2-5 suited. Oh yeah. Got the 2-5 suited. You know, it's a good day when you got that 2-5 suited. All right, kicked it up here to the 15 piece, and I think yeah, we're gonna hit that up and down here with runner flush possibilities. Actually, it's a very good flop for 2-5 suited. So I'm going to continue here. I'm okay with him calling because, like I said, there's a lot of ways we can get there. Let's see what that turn card would have been. All right, the 2, so whatever. We'll take it. I mean, I'll take it, right? All right, ace 9 suited. Nice looking hand for sure. Going to open this one up on the button. All right, player 5 is going to raise us. Once again, getting super aggressive against this guy. You know, I just wasn't a believer, and when I make those plays, I'm just doing it to kind of almost bully, like he's trying to bully me, I'm going to bully him back, you know what I mean? So took some balls right there, but, we made the play we made, and it worked out. And you know what? I think that's kind of bring us up to a close here. But I hope you guys enjoyed another one here. If you're not subscribed, please do that. Check out that pinned comment. Thanks for watching this. And we'll see y'all in the next one.